everybody, welcome back to The Good Away. My name is Julian and I'm so grateful you're here. It is obviously a winter wonderland out here, but in this video we're gonna back up a few weeks probably at this point. I'm gonna show you how we prepared the Arctic Fox trailer that we have been living in for winter. When we moved out here, we originally had hoped that we were going to get our cabin built by the end of summer, but we knew that that was wishful thinking, so instead we ended up upgrading from that tiny little 16-foot trailer to this 30-foot, 4 seasons Arctic Fox. So far it's been doing pretty well, honestly, but I'm going to give you a little bit more of an update later on in the video. And now I want to show you how I prepared the under part of it to be insulated from the weather. So trailers sit up on their tires, and so there's tons of airflow beneath the trailer. So if you want to keep it insulated, you either need to put a skirt on it, or what we did is we took the leftover styrofoam that we insulated our roof with and put it around the bottom. So without further ado, here, let's show you that process. Shit I've ever done in my life. It's gonna do the trick for sure, but I hate this foam. It's so gross to work with. It's all like breaks apart and flies away, and you're just like, microplastics. So not a fan. It's so hard to be as good as you want to be. I guess if we're always working towards that, that's the goal, but yeah, being human. So I got the styrofoam to be up against the trailer as much as possible, but as it is pretty impossible to get the styrofoam to stay totally sealed to the trailer, we went around and put in pipe insulation between the styrofoam and the trailer. And the point of this was to seal up any air gaps around the trailer. So that's pretty much what we did. We put the styrofoam on it. I used those boards to really create a frame for the styrofoam to sit in, and then we use that pipe insulation around the top of it. I ended up going around it with duct tape because before the snow came, the wind was just yanking those pipe insulations out from their cracks, so I ended up duct taping them in. So it's really not a high quality job, but it has done really well so far. So this is the pipe insulation that we ended up using. It's really funny because it's actually just like a pool noodle You know, I realized during this process that pool noodles are basically pipe insulation, which is hilarious because it makes me feel like our trailer is just buoyed up out in the sea because it's just floating on all of these floaties. But anyway, I was able to cut these to size depending on how big the cracks were that I was putting them in. And like I said, so far it's actually been holding up pretty well. And then once the snow really started dumping, as you can see, we started loading up the snow around the bottom of the trailer to create even more of an insulative layer. And that has done a really good job of keeping everything sealed up to the trailer and preventing any air flowing through, because you can really seal up all the cracks with all the snow. That's pretty much it from the outside. Because we had to put that foam all the way around the outside, we did have to put up the stairway that usually comes out and you walk up and create our own little platform. But that was kind of a fun little project, and so far it's been okay. So with that, I'm going to show you guys the inside and kind of just walk you through how it's been hanging. It has been pretty rough. Although the Arctic Fox is a 4-season trailer, we live in a very cold climate, and we've had a few issues that I just want to show you guys. So let's head inside. Yo! Oh gosh. Slammed the camera screen that pops out in the door almost. I just wanted to show you guys what we've been doing here in winter, how it's been working for us. I got Remy over there watching some stuff, so he is a little on the quiet side right now. I did not clean up the trailer for you guys, so, you know, apologies for the mess. My children are making memories, etc. We just came in that door, and whenever you come in, here is the living room. That whole wall pushes out, so it expands the space. This bed originally was in that back room. That room is Remy's room, and so we pulled that mattress out here, so that's why that's there. If you are a parent, especially of a toddler, you know that they just need their own sleeping space. So table, dining room table, bed, kitchen, and then coming through this way is the bathroom and Remy's room. And then there's another access door outside, but we keep it closed. One of the problems is that we live in the Northern Rockies. It is cold AF, and the winter is no joke. It is windy out there, it is snowy out there, and so we get a lot of condensation inside, especially on the windows. We have that pretty well under control. We ended up getting this dehumidifier that works really well. It is one for like medium-sized rooms, I guess. And Justin originally got a little mini one because it's a really small space, but it just did not do the trick. So we ended up getting this one. This thing works really well. It's really loud. So it's kind of loud, but it really keeps it dry and keeps the moisture and condensation out of our space, which is totally critical for keeping this trailer intact and also for our own health and enjoyment, obviously. It does take up space, but hey, we're in a trailer, everything is tight around here. So the dehumidifier has been critical for our wintertime success, and also I put in these foam squares into the vent. You can see that a little bit of moisture builds up in here, and we don't ever open these vents really, unless, you know, like bacon is burning or something. I have one right here in the bathroom, and I made myself a little pulley in case we want to use it for, you know, whenever we shower. And then I put one in his room too. So because we don't like opening these vents in the wintertime, whenever we shower, we just move the dehumidifier in there to get the moisture out of the room. So that's been working out pretty well. One thing that I'm probably going to make a video about later when it gets fixed is that because it's so cold outside, our refrigerator isn't working. This is a Norcold refrigerator, and we still have a few things in here really, but it just stopped working on us. And luckily, because it's so cold outside, we can just put everything outside to freeze. But we have been moving that cooler inside and outside to maintain the temperature. Justin purchased a winter kit for the refrigerator, so whenever that comes, we'll show you that. But that has been a pain in the butt. So hopefully that winter kit helps us with that. Another thing that is funny, not funny, is that last night I realized, because I went food shopping, that this bottom drawer in Remy's room actually works as a refrigerator because it stays around 41 degrees. It stays pretty cold back there. The reason that it stays so cold back there is because this is also a push-out wall. That is cold. So I can actually use that bottom drawer as a refrigerator. And I also had to seal up around this in Remy's room because it was getting pretty cold. So that seals up the draft. You know, we're just trying to make it work in here. One thing that also I really wanted to show you guys is Justin had the brilliant find of finding these Bluetooth thermometer sensors, and it's called Sensor Push. They're very, very small, very lightweight. We got 4 of them and connected them to an app on our phone. So we have one in the crawl space over in the cabin, one downstairs below the trailer, and one in Remy's room, and then one outside. So we can kind of keep an eye on how everything is going. If you go to my phone and go to, where is it? The Sensor Push app. You can go on here. This one was in Remy's room. This one is the crawl space under the cabin, 49 degrees. We actually have a heater under there just until the plumbing is installed, etc., until that space is heated. Outside, 29 degrees, pretty cold, and then under the trailer is 36, which, you know, my insulation is doing a pretty good job. But if you click on this, it will show you how the temperature changes, and you can click it on hour, day, week. So it's just a pretty cool device if you have spaces like we do that you need to maintain proper temperatures and kind of make sure it's not going to freeze on you, places that you don't want it to freeze. So those sensors have been really, really handy. I will link them below in the description if you are interested in purchasing something like that. No, this hole is not to string it up so it hangs somewhere. That's actually where it's measured. So read the instructions. Don't ask me why a 2011 trailer has stuff like this and like this and like this. Why? Why? I don't understand it. So I think that's all that I wanted to show you guys for the trailer and surviving it in the wintertime. If I missed anything, like if you have any questions, will you please let me know in the comments? I would love to respond to your comments, and I could even make a follow-up video showing you more detail. But the key so far has definitely been the insulation around the bottom. Once it's sealed up and you have snow all over it, you really don't want to crawl under there, so you want to make sure it's sealed up, put together. Whenever we got those thermometers, those Bluetooth thermometers, I cut a hole in the styrofoam and like made a little port for the thermometer so we could put it in. So that was kind of interesting, but having that space under there insulated has been key to our success. And then also the dehumidifier makes it livable in here, because if not, then it'd just be so wet in here. All of our windows would be iced up, we'd have dripping and all sorts of nasty stuff. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions or comments, or if you want me to show you anything in more detail. I can certainly do that. And thank you guys so much for being here and watching this video. Now that we have the cabin built, our content's going to be changing a little bit because everything is moving inside and there's not much to show you outside because it's winter, and all the work we're going to be doing is on the inside of the cabin. So I hope you guys enjoy that too. It is all part of the process. The big actual cabin building is like the really impressive stuff, but then all the other stuff has to get done too, but it's less gratifying. So hopefully you guys stick around for that. If you like what we got going on and like our vision and what we are trying to build out here, please join our family and click that subscribe button below and like this video. That really, really helps us get the word out to the world. Okay, Remy, say bye-bye. Bye. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video.